Hi everyone, this is Martin. Welcome back to another weekly video update. We're going to look at how to find winning trade setups, and we're looking for opportunities for this coming week, July 9th to the 13th. Now, if you're following my weekly videos, and I certainly urge you to do that and subscribe to my weekly video, you would have seen, based on last week's analysis, you could have made over 330 pips. Now, that included 7 winners and 2 losing trades. So that's pretty good. And the previous week, it was about the same thing. You could have made over 400 pips. So all you have to do is just keep watching my weekly videos and see how I apply my levels to see how you could apply them onto your charts, whether you're an aggressive or conservative trader, and see how my analysis can help you trade Forex and make some pips. Okay, so we're now going to go to the disclaimer, and that's important because what I want to say is that everything we do is for educational purposes. Now, the main purpose of my videos and my analysis is to provide educational content so you can learn how to trade. I'm not trying to make any decisions for you. Always view the video at your own risk, and always use risk management. So when I talk about risk management, I'm talking about how much you would actually trade with, and I would suggest no more than 1 to 2% of your account balance. Okay, so that's really super important. Okay, on to the charts, and you can see we always start off with the Euro USD. We're looking at the daily charts, which means that each candlestick here is 1 day's worth of price movement. And last week, and all you have to do is go back to my last week's video, I said that we were in a price reversal pattern. So you see the bounce off the bottom here. This is support. I said price was reversing, and I said even expect price to go higher, and it did. You can see that right here. So last week's analysis on this pair, you could have made 67 pips just following my the information, and obviously placing a trade to if you thought it made sense to you. So for this week, let's take a look. Let's analyze this chart. These are the easy read charts. You can see that right here, because these colors mean something significantly. When you have pink below blue, you're generally looking for a sell trade. That's what conservative traders do. You can see this area right here. The colors are pinching together. Price is in a pullback. So when you see this, the price is in a pullback, you're still looking for a sell trade, okay? And the opportunity would have come right here with this candle. However, prices come back down, and again, take a look at the previous swing low, previous swing low, previous swing. So we've had 3 prices hit the previous lows 3 times already. It's bounced higher. You can see the color zones coming together, they're pinching together, okay, and price is finally breaking up higher. So for this week, I expect price to go higher. And you can look at buys above 117.74. If you think price is going to go lower, you can look at sells below 116.38. But my bias is to the upside. Okay, and we have green here on the short-term momentum indicator. You see the green bars above 0, and we have green bars on the trending indicator below here. Okay, so that's that chart. Now we get to the British Pound USD. And I also mentioned the same thing for this pair. I said that we were in a reversal pattern. I expected price to go higher. It did. With this one, you actually could have made 78 pips. I did suggest a buy above 132.26. So 132.26, I had a buy right here. Now, this is significant. See this red vertical line. This is the price action. So everything to the right of this red vertical line happened last week. This black candle right here, this first black candle after the red vertical line was the trading results for Sunday and Monday combined. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you can see last week price indeed did go up. Okay, and I expect price to go higher. And you could look at buys above 133.12. On the downside, price would have to come all the way down here below 130.87 for price to go down lower. Okay, so this is what I see for this week. And again, just following my analysis, I said I placed. You could look at buys above 132.26. Just look at last week's video if you want to confirm that, and that would have been good for 78 pips. Now we jump to the Australian USD, and I've got a little mini lesson for you here. You noticed I've got my levels in red, which is for this week, but last week I said same thing, that look at buys above 0.7411. That was in my last week's video. Now that entry was for right above there. Okay, now what happened is you could have placed a buy stop just at this level or just above this level this next day on the opening of the trading week, which was, this is the black candle you see here. That's Sunday and Monday trading. It did not go up above 74.11, so you would not have entered a trade there. Your level would not have been hit. Okay, price never did go up there. It went down instead, then went up the next day on the Tuesday. You would have gotten in probably on the Wednesday right here. This is a doji, right? You would have ended up right there. Next day, a bit of a bullish doji on this one, but then you would have made your pips on this final candle on Friday. So not a lot of pips for that one, but you still would have made 16 pips. So there's the lesson. I've left that on there to show you. And I'll do one more thing. Okay, let me take that off. Let me draw a horizontal line right there. So that was my entry just above this candle last week right there. You see, I drew a horizontal horizontal dash line, and you would have entered on the Wednesday, and then you would have made your profits on the Friday. So for this week, I'm looking at buys above 74.43 and sells below 73.18. So those are my levels for this week. Now, price you see was in a reversal. It seems to be going higher. Gold also reversed off the bottom here. You can see that we have two inside bars. Okay, and so if you want to play gold, just take a look here. Look at the high of this candle. Look at the low of that candle. So price would have to break up either to the upside or to the downside. Okay, but that's what we're looking for gold. So there was a reversal last week, and that reflected in the strength of the Australian dollar. Okay, now moving right along, we're at the New Zealand USD. Same thing. So all the first four major pairs I've talked about, and when I say the majors, the first four I mentioned: Euro USD, the British Pound USD, Australian USD, and now the New Zealand USD. These are major currency pairs. Most of the trading is done with these four pairs, and the next three I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes. Notice that in this case, it's take a look up here, New Zealand versus the USD. So the New Zealand dollar is trading against the USD. It's the second name in the pair. This is the pair. So USD is the second name. In the pair, okay, and all the currencies reversed higher. So I kind of expect the same thing. We've got a bit of a ways to go here, and I'm looking for buys above 0.6853 to the upside, okay, and to the downside, price would have to come below 0.6746. Again, you can see down below we have green bars above 0. And green bars turning up higher toward the 0 as well. So these two are filters. I basically look at price action, to see what's going to happen. But we have a really strong bar on Friday, which gives me the reason that price will go still a little bit higher. Okay, so it's starting to gain momentum here. Now, the next one is the USD CAD. That's coming up right here, and you can see we have a reversal in the opposite direction. Okay, take a look. So we have a reversal in the opposite direction. Why? Because now you see the USD is the first name in the pair. Okay, so the first four major currency pairs I talked about were the Euro USD, British Pound USD, Australian USD, New Zealand USD. Notice that the USD is the second name, and all those pairs went up, giving strength to the first name of the pair. So if for instance, if New Zealand went up, Euro went, that currency pair went up, that means there's weakness in the US dollar. And here, because USD is the first name in the pair, there's weakness. We have already established that there's weakness in the US dollar, and that's therefore we see price going down. Okay, so and for the next couple of pairs, you'll see pretty well the same thing. Let's take that off for a second. So here, price dropped down by quite a bit. Last week, you would have made 57 pips, at least 57 pips with my analysis, because I said sell below 131.45. 31.45. Okay. I had a sell just down here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, 31.45. Yeah. Let me just get that. I'm going to draw a horizontal line. Just a second here. Okay. Where's my horizontal line? Oh, there it is. Okay. So 131.45. So right, yeah, it was right about there. Yeah, right about there. I said take a sell, and you would have made your pips down to the, see this gray rectangle, that's support. Now, for this week, I actually expect price to still keep coming down lower, okay? There is some weakness in the US dollar, and the reason is, well, for one thing, there's a bit of a quite a big trade war initiating between the US and China. I mean, the U.S. is initiating trade wars with Europe, with Canada, my home country. So USD is asserting its authority, and they want things done their way, and so that's reflecting on the U.S. dollar itself. There's not a lot of confidence right now, and I believe price is just going to keep dropping down. The next support area is right here. You can see with this gray rectangle. So price breaks through below 130.73, could come down to here and even lower. Okay, so let me take that off. If you think price is going to go higher, though, you would want to take buys or look at buys above 132.12. Okay, now keep this in mind. USD first name in the pair. The pair is USD CAD, and the CAD often is strengthened by what helps strengthen the Canadian dollar is oil. We're going to look at that right now. And here's oil, and you can see oil has gone up and just down a bit. I mean, it's gone up pretty good, which reflected in the reverse of the US CAD, because US CAD pretty well last week was down, and now it's just gone a wee bit. It is not closed below this speed line here, that price here on Friday. It's bounced higher. So I actually expect price to go higher, and I've drawn in this long-term target of about 75. So you can see that 75, 75.50. If price breaks this area of resistance, it could go all the way up to here. That would be the next area, to this area right here with the blue. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's move on to the US Swiss franc, and let's take a look here. For this week, if you think price is going to go higher, then you would look at buys above 0.9984. If you think price is going to go lower, you look at sells below 0.9878. Now, this we have a very important area right here. These are, by the way, they're called the easy. Take a look, easy read charts. Okay, I designed them to make them easy for you to look at. When you see this green area becoming wider and wider, or bigger and bigger, then there is huge momentum to the upside. Okay, and the green above blue means you should always be looking for buy trades if you're a conservative trader. Here, if you're an aggressive trader, there are two signals right here, several signals that told you to sell, okay? And you can see here you could have made some money on a counter trend move. Now here, the colors came together, you can see, so there's a lack of momentum. When the colors come together, like the green and blue, there's a lack of momentum. Market is just sideways, okay? Just sideways. And then it picks up a little bit here, so it's trend continuation here, but then prices come back down again in a pullback. This is pullback, and guess what? Now we only have blue. So when you only see blue without any colors, so that means if you see blue on these easy read charts without the green or pink, this is called a momentum squeeze, and there's a big decision going on between, well, a big non-decision between the buyers and sellers. Price is kind of just going sideways. You can see that reflective in the short-term momentum. The blue line is right at the red line and at the zero, okay? And take a look here. The trending bars are almost non-existent, so they're so small, so tiny, there's no movement at all in the trend. So sideways, and when you have a momentum squeeze, I teach you this in my course. The course is called Forex Success in 5 Weeks. Here, we can expect price to either go higher or price to go lower, okay, when you see the blue. And right now, we have a dynamic support with this trend line. You see the trend line? It's supporting the swing lows. Let me take all that off. So here's a swing low, here's a swing low. So you can see the lows are getting higher. However, price is not going higher at all. So we have a triangle with upward pressure, and price at some point could either go higher, okay, or go lower. I've got my levels here for you. So if you think price is going to go higher, look for buys above 0.9984, lower below 0.9878. But this when you see this pattern right here, only the blue, this is where you have to have patience. You just wait. Unlike here, you're looking for buys. You're looking for buy trades, especially after a pullback. You're expecting price to go higher, which it did with huge momentum. Here, look at that. Look at the green over here. These are filters indicating huge momentum. Here, we just have a sideways market. So this is where you have to wait and see, okay? Now, let's move to the U.S. Japanese yen. Now here, we still have green. You can see price has gone up with momentum. It got wider again. We have a huge pullback, okay? And again, but we always have the green above blue. So this is a pullback. We expect a breakout. It did. It went up higher, but it did not make a higher high. Take a look to the previous high, okay? And then a third attempt. There was a third attempt to go higher. Again, did not make a higher high to the previous high and to here, okay? So again, price is contained by the sellers. Sellers are asserting downward pressure, and buyers are trying to bring price higher, okay? So if you think price is going to go higher, look at buys above 111.23, and if you think price is going to go lower, I would only be confident if price went below this level right here, 109.24 to the downside. So currently, price is just kind of keep going sideways, and that's confirmed with this right there at the bottom. Okay, so wait and see, and I've got my levels there for you. Now the next one, let me take that off. after the U.S. Japanese, by the way, that's the last of the 7 major pairs. Now we get into some cross pairs. The Euro, British Pound. I've got my resistance in my gray rectangle, and I want you to look at some important things, okay? This is what happened last week, but look at each candle. Look at each candle. What is on top of the bodies of each candle? Buyers tried to bring it up. Sellers brought it right back down. That's why you have a long wick above the body. A long wick above the body. Wick above the body and a bearish candle. More bearish. Sellers are in control right here. Buyers are trying to bring it up, and sellers bring it right back down. Buyers try to bring it up. Sellers bring it back down. No decision on the Friday. Pretty good war going on. So let me just bring that back again. So what are the high wicks indicating? Well, they're indicating downward pressure, and there's good possibility that price will come down lower and again come down to test the trend line, and certainly this area right here, this blue dashed line. So if you think price is going to come down lower, unfortunately I would not enter a trade anywhere here. This is wait and see, but I would wait for price to come below 0.8787. But if you think price is going to go higher, then look at buys above 0.8864. So right now there's downward pressure to the downside. Okay, sellers are definitely keeping things in check here. Let's take a look. Euro, Japanese yen is next. Here we go. Again, last week, this was a good one. This one you actually would have made the most amount of money last week, because I simply said take a buy above 128.73. You would have made 95 pips. Now here it is. I left this level on last week. LW stands for last week, and look what happened on the Friday, the previous Friday right there. It was a huge up candle. I clearly said that price will most likely pull back, okay? That means because of this long candle on Friday, I said the candle had moved up quite a bit. We're sitting at resistance right here with the end of this blue zone, you see? And I said most likely price would pull back and then go higher. And I said, and I left this on the chart, look for a pullback and then look for buys above 128.73. I had that arrow on my on the chart for last week's video. This arrow means wait for a pullback and then buy above this level right there. Okay, let me just take this off, and guess what? You would have made from here up to here, right? Your stop loss would have been below the signal candle down here somewhere. Your entry here, you would have made probably close to 2 to 1. So 1 unit of risk from here to here. From here's your entry, here's your stop loss. That's 1 unit of risk. From here to your first profit target, 1 to 1 is about here. Up to all the way up to here, you probably would have made close to 2 to 1. This would have been an excellent trading opportunity, and that's how you find winning trades, guys. Okay, and the other thing is just you can follow my videos, see if it makes any sense for you. Now let me take that off. For this week, you can see price. I'm looking for buys about 130.14 and the sells below 128.45 to the downside, but there is pressure to the upside. We're right now contained with this, see this blue dash line? Okay, that is a resistance area. That is the 89 moving average, okay? But this whole area is a confluence of resistance. So I still believe price could go higher, okay? And again, note previous swing high here. So now we move on to the next pair, Euro Audi. And last week, this was a loser. Basically, well, it won initially because I said buy above 158.32. Okay, it did go up. You would have made about 19 pips, but then holding on to the trade, if you would have held on to the trade, you would have lost and closed out the position with just 59 pips for probably a net loss of just 40 pips. So So far, we've had a lot of winners, but this was one loser of about 40 pips. Not a big deal, right? Because you can't win at everything. I mean, you cannot win every single trade in Forex. So for this week, let's take a look. If you think price is going to go higher, buys about 158.91. If you think price is going to go lower, sells below 157.48. Notice that we have green above blue. There is upward pressure. This is minor resistance, not a major resistance. So price could certainly blow right through this area right here. Okay. And although take a look at the blue line, it's sideways. So right now we're sideways. We just have to have some patience, but I do give you my levels that I'm looking at. I'm thinking that price, if it's going to go higher, I may have a buy stop above here, 158.91. Okay, so that takes care of that. And I think we have one more pair. Yes, we do. The British pound, Japanese yen. Okay, and this is, again, look at my last week's video. I had a buy above 146.39. That would have made you at least 30 pips. And last week I said for sure that my bias was to the upside, that price most likely would go higher. It certainly did. A reversal, you can see. And I talked about this swing low here, swing low at support. Okay, kind of a double bottom there. A nice big reversal. This is a momentum candle, guys. That's a big clue, okay? That candle right there is the big clue, and that shows that momentum is coming in for the buyers. Some inside bars right here. Price broke up, and you would have made at least 30 pips or more. And I see price still going higher. My bias is to the upside. Look for buys about 146.87. And if you think price is going to collapse and come back down to retest the bottom again one more time, or the third time, you'd have to, you'd have to convince me to sell below 144.83. But I think in the short term, price is going to go higher. And I'm looking at a buy stop or buys above 146.87 to the upside. Okay, so that's what I see with the charts for this coming week, July the 9th to the 13th. Hopefully you enjoyed the analysis. I used easy read charts. I have a beautiful course. It's called Forex Success in 5 weeks. And trust me, guys, it's going to help you a lot to understand how the markets work, the ebb and flow, the up and down price movement. This is really, it's price action, just it's color coded. It's color coded because I want you to quickly see what's happening with the ebb and flow of the market. And this is telling you, it's showing you momentum, and that's how we trade, with momentum. You have to have a trend. You have to have momentum to fuel the price movement. And that's what I teach you. So if you're interested, you can take a look here for your free 33 page ebook. Let me just bring that down right there. For your free 33 page ebook on Forex Success in 5 weeks, email me. My name is Martin, mskyj007@gmail.com. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button to watch all my videos when they come out on YouTube. And don't forget to click on the like button, because it's important. The more likes I have, the more popular my videos will become. So take care, everyone. Happy trading. Don't forget, trade always with risk in place, no more than 1 to 2% of your account balance. And we'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye for now.